Timberwolves introduced their newest member yesterday as LaMelo Ball was on the mic in Minnesota. Ball was traded, you remember, from the Hornets for Naz Reid and some picks about 3 weeks ago in hopes to get the Timberwolves to their first finals ever. Here was LaMelo just yesterday.
I feel like sky's the limit. Like I said, I just show up, try to learn, and do the best I could. Definitely means a lot. Just when anybody values you and sees what you could do, for sure grateful. I know Ant for a minute, so we've been talking, just everybody excited. We ready to get to work.
Did you put a call into LeBron and just say, come on with us?
Yeah, whatever you're thinking.
Kendrick Perkins now joins us here on First Take, and we'll skip over the LeBron thing that we just heard, but let's go to what LaMelo Ball actually makes these Timberwolves. Perk, do you think LaMelo Ball, with Anthony Edwards now in Minnesota, actually makes the Timberwolves better?
You're damn right they do. And matter of fact, let me say this. It's only two teams out west right now that you could put ahead of the Minnesota Timberwolves, and that's the San Antonio Spurs and the Oklahoma City Thunder. But they're right there knocking at the door. The one thing that I've been begging and we've been wanting for Anthony Edwards is a young, true point guard, and that's what LaMelo Ball is. When it comes to pushing the pace, setting the tone, we saw what he did for Con Knippel last year for the Charlotte Hornets, and we know that Anthony Edwards over the last 2 or 3 years has been one of the best three-point shooters in the game. I'm looking at these two, and right now, today, they're the best backcourt in the NBA. And I don't give a damn what all the narrative is, the narratives out there about LaMelo Ball and all this. That man is a true professional. That man wants to win, and that man is a straight hooper. And him going to that culture that Anthony Edwards, Jay McDaniels, and Coach Finch has built over there is going to do wonders for him. Now he's put in position where he has expectations to win and to play for something. He's going to show up and show out.
Listen, I understand why Minnesota did it. They had to do something, make sure Edwards felt that they were making improvements. LaMelo Ball keeps both teams in the game. His shot selection is terrible. He only played 72 games for the first time this year. Go look at the postseason this year. He was great against Miami in the first game, and then against Orlando, he was horrendously bad. Horrendously bad. And if he is so phenomenal, why did Charlotte get rid of him? Why did Charlotte get rid of him? They made a great trade, Charlotte. They got draft picks. Naz Reid is very underrated. They did a great job. And I understand why Minnesota did it. I'm not, because they had to try something. They've been in the conference finals 2 or 3 years in a row and haven't won. They had to try something. So they're going to try to come together with this backcourt. But I am not, now Perk's the expert, not me. But when I see LaMelo Ball, he keeps both teams in the game. Plus, I didn't like what he did with Adebayo when he tripped him on purpose. In the Miami game, he tripped him on purpose.
Stuff like this happens all the time, though.
He does. I have never seen that. Tripped the kid on purpose, and he did.
Okay.
And how about the car thing? He goes to the arena, has a car accident, and leaves the car there to go to the game.
Okay.
You got to be a little. I need a little more maturation than that.
So what, Mad Dog? You never had a car accident?
I wouldn't leave. I'd stick with till the police came. Yes, I would.
How? If he's being late to a game, Mad Dog, you don't think he talked to the police officer and the person maybe that he hit or whatever happened, and they said, "Hey, LaMelo, we'll deal with it." It's not like he didn't have insurance. See, this is the problem. We're trying to make things that happen in the everyday world and put an indictment on this young man. This young man has never caused problems. A car accident? No. Has he ever did anything else outside the lines? Have we heard about him doing any type of criminal activity? Absolutely not. LaMelo Ball shows up to work and does his damn job. Now, he does have to stay healthy, but Mad Dog, I think you need to actually come to a basketball tournament with me and watch how those kids react when LaMelo Ball steps foot into a basketball gym. When you talk about a role model, it's probably LeBron James and Steph Curry, and right under that is LaMelo Ball. And that's what I'm trying to explain to you. I think we have to start letting the world know that this young man is not a bad guy. This young man wants to win. This young man has been dealing with adversity since high school. His dad put him in uncomfortable situations so that he could thrive. And once he gets to Minnesota, he's going to have something to play for. Anthony Edwards is going to do something for his career. He's going to do something for Anthony Edwards' career. Matter of fact, I think Anthony Edwards is going to win MVP because of LaMelo Ball.
Well, Kendrick, let me ask you a
because now
question.
he could actually go.
Before you make him out to be Oscar Robertson, okay, which he isn't, he's never won a full playoff game. Well, he's never won a playoff game. I mean, you're making it sound like that.
He's young, and he was on an up-and-coming. I mean, the Charlotte Hornets surprised the world.
Did you see the Orlando game? Did you see the Orlando playing game? How was his performance in that game?
Not great, but he is
Not
young.
great.
That is an up-and-coming team, and it was an up-and-coming player. The question was, did he make the Timberwolves better? Yes or no?
I understand why the Timberwolves did it.
Yes?
No,
Or no?
I'm not giving you the yes or no on that. I think it's undecided. And here's another question for you, Perk. For you. If he's so phenomenal and such a linchpin of a championship team, why did Charlotte get rid of him?
Because they decided to go in a different direction.
Why?
Him and the coach never seen eye to eye.
Well, the coach was the coach of the year. He was the coach of the year, this coach.
Well,
Why did they get rid of him?
Who?
If you're Charlotte and you got a kid who's this magnetic and this phenomenal and the world loves him and he's a great point guard, Charlotte hasn't won in a million years. Why would Charlotte trade him?
Okay. Well, Mad Dog, let me say this. Franchise players are not viewed as franchise players like they used to be 10, 15 years ago. No franchise players is safe. Didn't we just see Luka Doncic get traded? Didn't we just see Trae Young get traded?
Well, Trae Young's not a
Haven't we seen
franchise
Anthony
player.
Davis on three?
The Wizards treated him like he was.
No, he's not.
What?
Trae Young is a franchise player?
No,
he's not.
All I'm saying is this. Haven't we seen Anthony Davis be traded? Jaylen Brown was just traded for Paul George. So we can't sit up here and act like it's an indictment on LaMelo Ball. No, teams are just not valuing or viewing franchise players like they used to do back in the day, man.
Again, Jaylen Brown is a different case. He wants to have his own team. They dangled him for Giannis. I mean, and Luka, we all know that was a horrendous trade. So you going back to Luka, Nico Harrison got fired because he traded Luka, and Anthony Davis was traded for Luka. Why did Charlotte, again, Kendrick, give me an answer. He's a young player. They won 44, 45 games. They played great down the stretch. They played in the playing game. If he is so great, why did the Charlotte Hornets trade him?
Okay, I answer that question if you answer.
Why? Because they don't value him as a
Jaylen Brown. No. Jaylen Brown is a top 10 player in the league.
Right.
Jaylen Brown is one of the best two-way players in the game.
Agree. Yes.
Jaylen Brown had a career year with the Boston
Yes,
Celtics. He actually put them at the number two spot in the Eastern Conference. Why did the Boston Celtics trade him?
Because Jaylen Brown with Tatum. Jaylen Brown claimed, he was dangled for Giannis, who's better. I mean, there were reasons. That's a bad comparison. There are reasons.
No, it's
yes,
not.
it is. Because the Celtics were tricky. They saved $60 million. I mean, why did Charlotte, Kendrick, trade him, a young and up-and-coming team, for Naz Reid and a couple of picks?
I don't think they wanted to pay him a max contract.
Well, if he's great, they pay him a max contract.
I think there was some economics involved. Go ahead, though, Perk.
It was some economics involved, just like it was economics involved with Jaylen Brown. That's my point. What I'm saying is that Con Knueppel and Brandon Miller were both drafted in the lottery. The Charlotte Hornets had a business decision to make. They said, are we going to pay LaMelo Ball, or we're going to hand the franchise over to these two young guys? They made a decision. It's the same thing that the Boston Celtics did. They picked a side. That side was Jason Tatum. Okay, move on. The same thing with Trae Young. Trae Young had kept the Hawks relevant. Trae Young took that Hawks organization to a conference finals. Trae Young was averaging 25 and 9. Damn it, for about 2 or 3 years straight, he led the league in assists. So what I'm saying is, when you look at it now, teams are moving on from franchise guys. It's not an indictment on certain players. And just like he said, I feel appreciated coming over here to Minnesota. Certain guys want a new start. Who's to say LaMelo Ball didn't want out? He didn't want out of Charlotte. Like, we're sitting up here saying Charlotte went away from LaMelo Ball. What if LaMelo Ball wanted to go away from the Hornets?
I'll say this. The Timberwolves, to me, I mean, they can win the championship with LaMelo Ball. They can.
Oh, I don't think that.
Come on now, doggy. They have a
Thank you,
point.
Shay.
They have a point. They have a point guard now in play. I mean, look what they were able to do. Hold on. Look what they were able to do last year with the hobbled Anthony Edwards,
Right.
no Dante DiVincenzo against the San Antonio Spurs, who were in the finals. I mean, they're right there. They're right there. And Julius Randle was basically a no-show for the last 2 games.
Again, how many playoff games as the point guard and the dominant feature of his offense did LaMelo Ball win in Charlotte? Can we answer that question, please? The answer is 0.
No,
Miami's not a playing game. It's a playing game. It's not considered a playoff game. The answer is 0. So now we are going to say that Charlotte trades a kid who has never won a playoff game and has had some injury issues, and the fact that playing the amount of games that you need to play, very much in question. And now we're going to sit there and say that they go win a championship? Shay, that's a little strong.
They were in the conference finals 2 years in a row prior to this year. Go ahead, Kendrick.
He definitely moves the needle. Doggy, let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
How many guys have we seen in LaMelo Ball's situation where they had to go through it, the experience, in order to get to where they're trying to go? We done seen a lot of them. Anthony Edwards, we're seeing him now over the last 3 years, but let's not forget, Anthony Edwards has been swept in the playoffs as well. Anthony Edwards had to go through it as well. Like a lot of guys had to go through this time in order to get better. If you think that LaMelo Ball is not going to get Anthony Edwards, Jay McDaniels, Rudy Gobert easier shots, you're crazy. Like, this is what he do. He set the table. Like,
He's also going to shoot a lot of 40. He's going to shoot
a better
He's also going to shoot a lot of 40-footers, Kendrick, from half court.
He is one of LaMelo Ball, one of 3 players to average at least 20 points per game and 7 assists in each of the last 5 seasons, along with Nikola Jokic and Luka Doncic.
So then why would you trade him?
Because they didn't want to pay him a max contract, and they went in a different direction.
You just put him in Jokic's category. Does Denver want to trade Jokic?
I don't know about you, but I heard some rumblings about all of that at the end of the season last year. You don't know.
They don't want to trade him. He may not sign a max, which makes him trade him, but they don't want to trade him. Why did Charlotte want to trade and get him off the team? They traded him for Naz Reid and 2 picks. Why?
Also, Charles Lee did not win Coach of the Year. He's 4th in voting.
He won 45-40. He did a good job then.
I need to go to a quick take. Let's get to a quick take right now. Joe Mazzulla, the head coach for the Boston Celtics, putting in the work this offseason, not just in the coach's room. Look at him in the octagon. Okay, he's going at it. Now, I do know this about Joe Mazzulla. Very into jiu-jitsu. So this is like par for the course, but getting the work in, Mazzulla is during the offseason. Does anything impress you, Mad Dog?
Look at the video and figure out a way not to shoot 63s a game.
Oh,
it would
my
be
God.
more important.
Perk, go ahead.
Go ahead.